Hi. Well, I finally got monetized. It actually took a lot longer because I unlisted the AliExpress video, but we're finally here. It was pretty exciting to get approved for monetization until I got hit with a couple copyright claims. For those of you who are longtime viewers, you might have noticed that I really like using Lukrembo's music. I've been using his stuff for a long time because not only is it copyright free, but he makes great stuff. In my older videos, I'd credit his music by including his name, song title, and a link to the video, because there wasn't an official format that he wanted, but then he signed with a music label to protect his music, which is great for him. I definitely should have gone and fixed all my descriptions when Lukrembo got signed, and made it known that there was an official credit format, but I didn't, so that's on me. Lukrembo is super generous for still allowing creators like me to use his music for free, and be able to monetize the content. I'm definitely not trying to blame or anything, but I just wanted to share my experience as I panicked and then spent a couple hours making sure that everything was in order. It's not like it was all bad though, as it made me realize that I forgot to add episode 24 to the playlist, and I accidentally named two episodes episode 27, so I had to change several titles. I did meet the sections that were claimed in episode 3 and episode 9, which kinda sucks, but then again, these videos aren't very rewatchable, so they're only there to be some sort of record. Anyways, without further ado, Domikey Inazuma is another set designed by Inki that is inspired by the region of Inazuma from Genshin Impact. Since Inazuma is a region that represents the Electro element, the set uses a lot of purple and some pink to really show off its theme. Adding on to the theme are two novelties kits called Raiden Shogun and Yae Miko, two characters that play a critical role in Inazuma. The two kits feature the same design and just simply swap the main and sub colors around, so unless you really want to have a ton of keys to play around with, one will definitely be enough. Like many other Domikey sets, there are triple shot and double shot variants of the base kit, with the triple shot base featuring hiragana sub-legends and the double shot base being a plain Latin base kit. As many of you know by now, I definitely prefer having sub-legends whenever it makes sense for the inspiration, so I would buy the triple shot variant rather than double shot. However, if you're indecisive and can't make up your mind, you can also choose to just pick up a triple shot or double shot alphas kit. Other than those kits, a numpad, ISO, and spacebar kit are also available for purchase in addition to 3 different all-in-one kits that are being offered. One of them is for the Yae Miko novelties, while the other one is for Raiden Shogun, and the final all-in-one kit just includes everything at a $30 increase. Overall, I think that the set is really well designed and executed and does show off the theme very well. If it came out a bit earlier when I was still really into Genshin, I probably would have bought it too. I think it's a great set to buy if you're a fan of the game, and a pretty good one too if you're a fan of the colors. The QX Carmine Cloud is a new set from Velocifier and what appears to be their first foray into designing and manufacturing keycaps. It's a set that is inspired by the view you get when the sun sets on top of the sea. As some others pointed out in the Keycap I see, this set is very reminiscent of MW Alpenglow, but inverse. The positives for the QX Carmine Cloud mainly lies with its price point, considering that it only costs $45. There aren't any other child kits, so support is somewhat bare, but it costs essentially half as much as the base kit for MW Alpenglow. One thing to keep in mind though, if you're considering this group buy, is that Velocifier is unproven in the keycap manufacturing space, so you will be taking some risk by joining this group buy. When I first saw the price of this board, I was honestly lost for words. It's a keyboard designed by AO3, who has always done good work, and the design does look quite nice, but $620 for the standard edition and $725 for the special edition is a lot to ask. According to AO3, part of the reason behind the high cost is due to the fact that it's a nightmare to QC and it's a low volume board, which makes sense for the special edition Vector, but not as much for the standard edition, which is supposed to have a high unit cap. I think that the cost is mainly due to the fact that the material cost will be high for this keyboard, as the two weight options are either sandblasted steel or polished PVD brass, which isn't cheap. The board will also weigh 2.4 kilograms unbuilt, which is roughly 5.3 pounds, meaning that it will be a heavy keyboard, especially for a 60%. While I do like the design of the Vector, the price is too high for me to justify the purchase. Sure, I've spent a decent amount of money on some other boards I have in my collection, but I really don't plan on doing something like that again. If you're in the market for an ultra premium board, the Vector is a keyboard that you could definitely consider. The designer and vendor are both very trustworthy, and I'm sure the quality will be great. But for most people, I think that the Vector is just too expensive and you should probably look elsewhere. The Drop Sense 75 is a new full package keyboard from Drop. It includes Drop's DCX profile keycaps, Holy Panda X switches, and Drop Phantom stabilizers, all of which I have no experience with, so I'll hold off on judgment. In terms of design, the top view of the keyboard is basically the same as the GMK Pro and the Keychron Q1, but what makes the board different are the internals and the bottom case. For their gaskets, Drop decided to use Bisco rather than foam or rubber that is usually found in most gasket mount keyboards. It's supposed to offer a typing feel that is not too hard and not too soft, but since I have never tried it before, I can't really make that judgment call either. Regarding their bottom case design, I kinda wish that there weren't the 6 mounting points on the bottom because it would make it look a lot more clean to me, but maybe they were necessary for structural integrity. There's also these plastic walls that I guess are supposed to help the PCB and plate stay in place, but it's really not the most elegant solution. I wouldn't be super worried about it personally, but I can see some careless consumers maybe accidentally snapping off the sides since the plastic pieces don't look very thick. In terms of how it looks, my first impressions weren't too bad, but the typing sound of this keyboard was quite the different experience. I've heard the few typing tests out there, and oh boy, this keyboard has some problems. Apparently, Drop took 2 years to develop this keyboard, and I guess everything went towards the look and the typing feel department, since the typing sound is pretty horrendous. It's quite hollow and thin sounding, which does not sound good to my ears at all. You are able to mod it to make it sound better, which Keyboard did in his review video, but I was seriously not impressed with the stock typing sound. This brings us to the question as to whether I would buy this keyboard or recommend it, and my answer to that would be no. For $349, you can definitely buy some nicer boards, and while they won't be a fully assembled board out of the box, you can achieve better typing sound and typing feel for sure. If you're lazy and don't want to build a keyboard, there are also plenty of options from Keychron with their Q series that comes fully built. The Keychron Q1 recently had a V2 edition released, and I've seen a lot of positive reviews on this keyboard. I've also heard some type tests, and out of the box, it sounds a lot better compared to their first revision as well as the Sense 75. What makes the Q1 V2 an even better purchase compared to the Sense 75 is the fact that it only costs $179 at a discount or $199 normally, which makes the Drop board very hard to recommend to other people. Drop is offering a special limited edition bundle for the first 500 pre-orders where you can get a free MT3 base kit, carrying case, and a celebratory novelty keycap. So maybe that might be enough freebies for you to justify the purchase. But I think for most people, I'd avoid this and just get the Keychron if you're looking for a pre-built.